everybody. Again, we're doing our Extreme Beginner series. We're doing drawings. We're doing drawings in 2 dimensions. You'll hear me talk about this a lot on my drawing videos and drawing tutorials. Is when you're first starting out with drawing, please try to keep it real simple. Try to keep things in 2 dimensions. And don't worry about it for right now too much. Don't pay too much attention to, all the fine details of that idea, but just suffice to say, it's a lot easier to draw. Maybe, let's say, we're going to take this bird. We're going to draw this nice decoy bird I have here. It's a shorebird. I'm going to draw this in 2 dimensions. If I was to spin it around and turn it into 3 dimensions like this, that poses a lot of different challenges when we're trying to draw something in 3 dimensions. Whereas if we can just draw it in 2 dimensions, it simplifies it. And that's what's really good, because we want to have fun when we draw. We want to feel like we're accomplishing a really good drawing. And if we can do that for 6 months or a year of just nonstop, 10, 15, 20 minutes every day, doing drawings that we can be happy with, that we feel like we have confidence with when we pick up our pen or our pencil to draw and to shade and to do the things we're doing here, like these drawings, these 2-dimensional drawings, we're going to have much more, I think we'll just be more likely, as artists, you'll be more likely to just keep drawing and perfecting your drawing in the long run. But if it turns out that every time you're trying to draw something and we're always erasing and can't figure out the angles and it doesn't look right, it looks awkward, that's kind of maybe trying to draw things that are too difficult for ourselves. And I used to do that myself in the beginning. When I first started drawing, I just didn't know any better. I just didn't have a lot of teachers when I was first starting and really getting into it and, drawing a lot and working on my watercolors. I just didn't have any really teachers at that time. I was sort of just going at it on my own, and I had a few books and whatever, but I just knew in the beginning I better start drawing in 2 dimensions, because I just kind of figured it out that it just happened by accident. I was like, oh wow, it's a lot easier to just draw things, that don't have any angles to them really. So that's how I kind of just figured it out. I just stuck with anything that looked like it was a 2-dimensional view of something. So I started doing that, and then it worked out good. So I got more excited about drawing, because when I was doing it, it was a lot easier and more fun and free-flowing. So that's all I'm trying to do, is just kind of mention that here. So now the shorebird we're going to have, it's going to be in 2 dimensions. I'm going to rest it on this paper here, and I'm going to draw it over here. So basically I'm going to start off, and I'm going to do the head first here. So I'm going to try to start out over here. I just want to kind of see that angle. All right, so that's going to work out good if I start here. So I'm going to start out with the head here, like so. And it's kind of round, and this is a really good sculpture, wood carving of the shorebird. So I'm kind of just trying to get the feel for it. Okay, so it softly angles this way, and it comes down like so, and then it turns like this, and then it comes around, and then the tail kind of dips down a little bit here, and then I'm going to go up this way. And I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to go back over here and try to meet up these 2 lines. I feel more comfortable going back up here at the head area and then coming down this way, and then this way, and then like this. And I kind of notice that might be a little bit here, a little bit higher there, and like that. So I think that looks pretty good. This might be a little bit, I can maybe erase that line a little bit, and maybe this is up here, and then it's sort of, yeah, that looks a little better. And now I'm going to do that dark bit of feathers on the, and then it kind of rounds around here and goes like that. So that looks pretty good. And then we're going to shade this in with our pencil. Let's finish up though. Let's get the eye and the beak on here. So I'm going to do the beak here. like that. And then the eye here. And then I'm going to just, now I'm going to shade in the, see how much fun we're having? Now this is just really the simple fun of this two-dimensional drawing. Let's do also too, let's do our stick here that's props up our carving. So that's about, looking there, I think it's about here. So I'm just going to make that stick like that. And then we could even put a bottom on this. Let's just put a rectangular bottom, like so. Like that. That'll make it seem much more kind of interesting. We could just do a little shading to the base. It's a wood base, like that. And then we can shade this in. Look how much fun we're having, right? Did you ever think that drawing a really beautiful wood carved bird would be so much fun? It's great. It's a great exercise too, and more of curved type lines, right? We're doing more curves here, a lot of curves, not too many. Like if we were to draw a house, it might be more straight lines, like right angles and straight lines, and you know, things like that. This is much more curves, but it's fun to try these too. Try some curved type drawings where you have more practice with your curved lines. You know, that ties in with like flowers and things like that. We'll do flowers too. Some drawings of flowers very soon. We'll do a vase maybe and some flowers. We'll see how there's very, very small curves here and there when you're doing flowers. And I think this looks pretty good. And I would say we could put a couple speckles with our pencil just like this. A couple just little dots here and there. Maybe a couple larger ones here and there too. Like that. Maybe a little bit of, there's some lines like this. The person that created this bird did a beautiful job carving it and then painting it too and putting lots of details in it. There's little specks on here. There's little specks on the darker area too that we just shaded in. There's some specks on there too. So we'll put some of those on too. So we have a little bit of, a couple of lines like that. You can shade this in a little darker. But we've had a lot of fun here, right? We're just doing a 5 to 10 to 15 minute sketch drawing, contour drawing actually. This is a contour drawing. We basically drew it all at one time and worked our way around and stopped a few times to kind of work out some areas that we needed to kind of get some more clarity on when we're drawing it so that we're not going too much off the game plan. But I think that came out really good. I hope you're going to try one of these wood carved birds. You could try mine here, or you can use this one. So you can use either one to draw from. I'm sure you're going to want to draw from this one, you know. And then you can also try drawing from a pencil drawing if you want. It's always good to try different methods to drawing, you know, drawing from photographs, drawing from real life, from still life, you know, drawing from paintings, and anything you can imagine you can do. And this is a little darker, so I'm going to make the beak a little darker here. And I hope you're having a fun time doing our drawings. And this is our Extreme Beginners Drawing Series where we're focusing in on drawing, getting our 10, 15 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, whatever you can do. 5, 10 minutes every day, 15 minutes, maybe after maybe a month, you're doing 5, 10 minutes every day. You'll bump it up to like 20 minutes a day, half an hour, whatever you can do. You know, you have very busy schedules, some of you, so maybe some of you have a little more free time. You can put a little more time into it. That means you'll just learn a little bit faster and progress a little quicker. Some of you might already have a little bit of drawing skills, like you've done some sketching and doodling around and stuff like that when you were younger, or, you know, maybe you're young and just starting out and you're already picking this up really well and fine. And again, the more time you're putting in, you're just going to have, you know, it'll just be easier for you. Every minute you practice, every 5 minutes you practice your drawing, you're going to be 5 minutes better. And that's really what it is. It's just you get more familiar with it as you do it. Every time you're picking up the pencil or the pens and drawing, you're just making new associations in your mind and your brain. You're building your coordination between your eye and your hand and your pencil and your lines. So it's like a very complex thing. Not to make it complex, what I'm just saying is when you are practicing and putting in those 5-10 minutes every day, you're actually really building like muscle, as if a weightlifter builds with they have their weights, and they do their curls and they do their bench presses and all those type of things. Or those of you that might work out a little bit, go to the gym. It's the same thing. You're just building muscle in a sense in your mind and in your coordination with your hand and the senses that you have with drawing and the way your brain works. You'll just get better at it, so you'll get stronger at it. So all the practice that you put in, it'll be like a weightlifter. You'll be much stronger, much more big muscles with drawing because you're, putting in the time and you're really building a lot of that, all the senses that you have in your brain and the way your body works. You'll be making all those connections on a constant basis, and it'll become more free flowing for you and a lot easier. So, I'm gonna say happy painting, happy drawing, everybody. Again, if you're just new here or if you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I always mention that. This way you don't lose me. You can kind of find me whenever you want. If you subscribe, on the right-hand side, there's that button down there. You click on subscribe, and that just means that I'll be in your queue when you open up YouTube, and then this way you'll always see when my new videos are coming out, and then you can choose which ones you want to watch and work with, and then maybe some of them you might not be happy with the subject matter. You might not like doing paintbrushes or pens or pencils or drawing, but you do like birds and maybe fruit and things like that. So whatever you like, you can watch, you can follow along with us. Any drawing is good drawing, so if you're just joining along with us for our 10 or 15 minutes that we do every day, as far as I'm going to be making as many videos as I can, but I'm hoping that you'll do your own drawing on your own, and then when you see my videos coming out with drawings, then you can just work with those and kind of learn some new things, or you'll have some new interesting things to draw from, because I'm obviously going to have some different things that I like to draw. Maybe don't have them at the house or whatever. Most of you probably won't have shorebird carved birds at your house. I hope you'll pick one up and have one. You can always practice it a lot, and if you have one at the house. But in any case, have fun, have a great time with your drawing, and we're here always for you to bolster your confidence and get you to really see the key of working just a little bit every day, 5 or 10 minutes even, and on your drawing skills, and you're going to really see the benefits. Okay, so we'll see you on the next video, and thanks again for watching and all the great comments in the comment section. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.